Good morning. How are you doing? My name is Susan, and today, in an attempt to answer the question how cheap or how expensive really is it to live in Nairobi, I am doing a $1 challenge where I will be surviving all day on only $1. Only on $1. So lucky for me, I already have a house. I am a local, so accommodation is sorted. So what I need to sort out right now is food, that is breakfast, lunch and dinner, and maybe moving around and entertainment if I must. So is it possible to survive on $1 in Nairobi or not? So let's find out. Mayai 25, smoky bun moja 30. Inakuja 60. Oh. Aya, sawa. Thanks. Shakunywa soda siku moja. Kianza kulipwa. Samosa ni how much? Oh, actually the price is so if I go for a smoky and a bun, that is 60 shillings. That is half of the budget, and that won't work because we'll only be left with 60 shillings for breakfast, no, for lunch and dinner. Right, so I'm trying to find those small sachets of sugar, the ones that cost 5 bob, like the ones you find in hotels, but it's so hard to find them here, but I know you can find them in supermarkets. So let me just walk around and see if I can get any. So I am in Carrefour and I have been told I can find them in Naivas. So I'm gonna go check them out. Check if I'm going to get them.
Oh yes, these are mandazis and this can really do for breakfast.
Alright, so for breakfast, I ended up settling for coffee and mandazi, which is cheaper because I figured if I bought bread costs 60 shillings, that's half of the budget gone. If I bought smokies and buns, that's 60 shillings, so half of the budget gone. And I thought, why not get 3 mandazis and then coffee is 5 shillings. Sugar, I know this is 5 shillings, but since I did not get this at Carrefour and I was told to go for it at Naivas, which was a bit far, somebody donated this to me. So this is sugar, this is coffee, and our mandazi, and we have our breakfast. So so let me know in the comment what you normally have for breakfast. So the 3 mandazis barely filled me up. I don't feel like I have eaten anything, so it means I'll be hungry until lunchtime. So lunchtime I'll go look for something heavier so that I feel like my stomach will, you know, get something. So far I have used 15 shillings for 3 mandazis. 1 mandazi is 5 shillings, so I have used 15 shillings. So right now we have 105 shillings, 105 shillings. So that is for everything else today: lunch, dinner, any transportation that I might need, and what else, any entertainment that I might need. So let's see what we're gonna have for lunch.
So I was out here lunch hunting when I came across these people selling githeri. So githeri is a traditional African or Kenyan meal that is made of beans and maize that has been boiled together. So all you need to do to eat is fry it just a little bit and it is ready to eat.
Right. Hi guys, so I went out and bought githeri. This is 35 shillings, and tomatoes, this is 10 shillings, and an onion for 5 shillings. So combined, this is 35 shillings plus 10 shillings, that's 45 shillings, plus an onion, that's 50 shillings. Yeah. So the budget was 120 shillings. And remember, for breakfast, so that was 20 shillings, and the budget was 120 shillings. So we still had 100 shillings for dinner and lunch and anything else in between. So after buying githeri and onions for lunch, we still have 50 shillings left. So guys, where I live, I find githeri to be more accessible than any other meal, and I also find it to be cheaper than any other meal. So let me know in the comments where you live, what's the easiest meal to get and what's the cheapest meal to get. And if you are me doing this challenge, what will you have done with only 50 shillings for lunch as the budget? And lunch is ready. Can you even believe how just 1 cup of githeri can be too much? Can you imagine how much 1 cup of githeri is? It's too much. This is enough lunch. Then I can start thinking about dinner or not.
There's always the option to buy rice, to buy maize flour, or to buy cereals for yourself. Then you can cook them at home. But for this challenge, all these things cost more than our budget. So after a lot of thinking and brainstorming for what I could eat for dinner, I came back to the same guy to buy green grams, ndengu pojo, because it is cheaper to eat this with maybe a chapati or something like that. You will always have a lot of food options in Kenya when you have money, like all this.
Hi, I'm back. So it's around 7 p.m. in the evening. It's around dinner time. So I was thinking of what to eat for dinner. Remember, I only have 50 shillings remaining and I have to eat. So I went out and bought chapati. This is 20 shillings, and green grams. This is 30 shillings. So in total, no. So this is 35 shillings and this is 20 shillings. So combined, this is 55 shillings, and that means I went beyond my budget. So that means it is extremely difficult and challenging to live on only $1 per day in Nairobi, but people make it work. Like for example, you can get unga, that is maize flour, and rice in bulk, in bulk, and then all you have to think about is the accompaniment or the stew, what to eat it with, and it kind of works. If it was you who had only $1, or when you only have $1, how will you spend it to make sure that it takes you throughout the day? Notice in my challenge, there was no commute, and accommodation is already sorted, and there was no entertainment or anything else, or all I focused on the whole day was my stomach. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and let's have a chat in the comments section about what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.